Welcome back to Taiwan in Focus. The Presidential Office's Pension Reform Committee is currently holding regional hearings. The Taiwan Higher Education Union says the government has not proposed any concrete policies to improve pensions for professors at private universities and junior colleges. It adds under the current system, the professor's income replacement ratio is only 30%, not the 60% claimed by the committee.
Chen Zhengliang has taught at Shishin University for 12 years. He recently decided to calculate how much his annual pension would be if he worked for another 13 years and retired after 25 years. He discovered his income replacement ratio was only 20%. According to the Taiwan Higher Education Union, professors at private universities and junior colleges who have worked for 25 years and retired as full professors can collect a monthly pension of 29,760 NT dollars. Meanwhile, the monthly pension for professors at public universities and junior colleges is nearly 60,000 NT dollars. Moreover, the income replacement ratio is 30% for professors at private schools and 60 to 70% for professors at public schools. The union says the Presidential Office's Pension Reform Committee lied when it said the income replacement ratio for all professions would be 60%. In response, a Ministry of Education Retirement Fund Management Committee said if the calculations are based on professors at public schools with a pension of 68,000 NT dollars and professors at private schools with a pension of 45,000 NT dollars who have worked for 30 years, the ratio for professors at private schools is 45% to 50%. As the standards are different, the ratio is different. The union says a monthly pension will of course be high if the committee uses the fund's 4% performance in its calculations. It adds the situation is untenable. Moreover, it is not that easy for professors at private schools to teach for 30 years. It will launch a petition shortly to ask the government to propose pension reforms.
The General Scholastic Ability Test is scheduled to take place on January 20th. This year, for the very first time, colleges may accept paper applications without face-to-face interviews, but some parents groups worry that without interviews, the process will be tainted.
On January 20th, the Joint Board College Recruitment Commission has scheduled the General Scholastic Ability Test. This year, for the first time, colleges may admit individual applicants via paper application reviews without face-to-face interviews. Some parent groups, however, believe that without interviews, college admission will return to the old method and students will suffer as a result. They say that students' true qualities will not be seen when only written applications are required. This is true especially for liberal arts departments and business or medical schools. Only interviews will help the recruiters to understand if the students are really interested in the subject. The commission says that the policy change is due to complaints from students and parents in the past when they had to travel all around Taiwan for interviews. Top students may be admitted directly to save time and cost. For this year's trial, 23 schools have chosen to participate, and the result will affect future policy adjustments.
Taiwan's vocational schools have trained countless skillful workers, but since educational reforms in 1995, 5-year vocational schools have gradually been upgraded to technical universities or colleges, and the government has invested 20 billion NT dollars to rebuild vocational schools. But has the state of education changed or improved? Let's hear what high school students have to say.
A long line fills up this auditorium. One after another, prospective students finish signing in, ready to fight for a place in a well-known ordinary public high school. The students are happy and their parents are hopeful.
填志愿的时候有担忧吗？有一点点啦，就怕自己分数上不了这样。
高中可能还是第一优先。
你有填公立高职吗？
没有哎。
为什么你没填？
因为公立高中一定考得上啊，所以就都填高中。
From entrance exams to the multiple entrance system to today's 12-year education system, students with high enough scores have always made ordinary high schools their first choice. But over the past 20 years, the number of students in the vocational school system has always been greater. From 1991 to 1998, the number of students in ordinary high schools went up from 210,000 to 310,000. During that same period, vocational high schools had around 500,000 students. That's a ratio of around 3 to 7. After that, the gap began to close as five-year vocational schools restructured as technical universities, mixed high schools were founded, and the number of ordinary high schools grew. By 2015, there were 330,000 students in general studies programs and slightly more than 360,000 students in vocational schools. That's 52.1% to 47.9%.
本身不爱读书，然后加上语文跟那个算术方面就不太行了，就比较喜欢这一块。
Some students don't like to study and would rather join a school program that they find interesting. But it's important that they really do have an interest in their chosen subject and that they are able to learn it well. This is why the legislature passed the Technical and Vocational Education Act. Middle and elementary school classes must now let students get to know and explore different careers. Soldering circuit boards and attaching wires, students in Sanxia Junior High School's skills training class learn to make a security alarm with a teacher from the electrical engineering department at Paul Shu Senior High School.
做的时候就是要一直看图，跟一直就是比对。
参加一些课程，然后课程就刚好有叫我们焊那个 LED 灯100多个，然后大家看看，我就想说，意料外，我做得很顺，也做得很精致。
If the students here were to go to a technical high school, they would only have around 2 hours for class between the time it would take to get to the school and back again. So, Sanxia Junior High School has decided to start its own skills training classes in 7 different subject areas. This way, students will have more time to learn.
第一件事情是，我认为是打破他们的观念。只要是我的学生，我第一个问题都是问：你知道美工跟广设的差别在哪里？
广设的话是比较偏向大众的那种设计，美工的话通常画的都是一些很唯美的。
So they understand the difference between graphic design and advertising design. It turns out that the culinary arts program is also split into traditional cooking, which involves cooking for banquets, and restaurant cooking, which is geared towards creative cuisine. Teachers say there are a few students who only come to vocational classes because they don't want to take other classes. But even if they find they don't like vocational classes either, the chance to explore a career is still valuable.
那他们实际去体验之后，就发现可能跟心里想的不一样。跟阿基师在电视上做菜，人家东西都帮他弄好，他只要倒进去炒2下就好了。其实我们孩子会发现，他5节课里面可能2节课在备料，真的后面在做是3节课，然后还要收拾，所以真的很辛苦。
都东摸摸西摸摸，才会找出自己的最喜欢的那一个。
Businesses complain that they can't find good employees. Meanwhile, a survey by a job bank once found that a quarter of university graduates regret their choice of major. All of this has to do with the fact that career exploration has been undervalued over the past few decades. Now, though, the laws and the curricula have changed. The key now will be whether schools can put new ideas into practice and whether teachers know enough about technical subjects.
Vocational education is no longer considered a second-rate choice, but if you look at what courses students are taking, you'll find that businesses and home economics courses are the most popular, while the number of students choosing machinery courses is decreasing. Meanwhile, low starting salaries mean that the interest in food service, design, and hospitality industry has also fallen.
Using knives to cut squid and carve carrots, home economics students from vocational high schools around the country prepare foods commonly served at banquets. Meanwhile, in another classroom, students are using cotton balls, toothpicks, and colored paper to make teaching aids for kindergarteners.
回归到所谓的教学正常化，就希望说学生在学校的学习上，然后让孩子也可以透过这个记忆竞赛。就是彼此去做一些切磋，然后我们可以了解到，就是说了解到学校的一个教学的情形。那孩子透过这个记忆竞赛的平台，当然如果能得名更好。
Naturally, students need to have the skills it takes in order to represent their schools at this annual technical arts competition. If they're able to win one of the top 3 places in their category, they will be eligible for exam-free entrance into a well-known technical university. The category with the most participants is the Home Economics and Business category, which includes cosmetology and hairstyling, design, and food service. A total of 1,530 students have signed up for this category. The Industrial category has 1,096 participants this time, a new record. The Marine and Fisheries category and the Agricultural category have the fewest participants, with 145 and 259 students each. From this distribution, we can see that home economics and business is the most popular track in vocational high schools.
8年的时候，当时国家发展整体计划的时候，往新兴产业发展，这时候非常强调设计产业，所以高职班原来家具木工科这个科系，为了配合这样设计产业的发展，全部改向叫室内设计空间、室内空间设计科这样的一个发展，所以整个学习就整个朝向设计去发展。
这一段时间的话呢，也造成我们目前就是我们的那个产业界一个人才的一个断层这个是非常的可惜。
A combination of government policy and parents' fears that their children's lives will be too hard means that while enrollment in vocational high schools picked up after 2008, reaching nearly 370,000 students in 2012, only 120,000 students remain in machinery departments. These departments depend on the public vocational high schools that still offer them to keep going. Meanwhile, in order to survive, private schools have begun opening food service and design courses, areas with high demand. Junior colleges have followed suit, and over the past 10 years, enrollment in design departments at these schools has risen by 40,000.
那现在这些年来，感觉上都是先有外面有一个风气形成了，好，例如说餐饮，例如说设计，哈。当你整个转过去的时候，又经过了5年10年，当这些学生毕业了，整个外界就业市场可能早就不是那个样子了。
From 2013 to 2017, the Education Ministry has invested 20 billion NT dollars into the second phase of a project to rebuild and adjust departments in vocational schools. The number of spots for students in machinery courses has been increased 1.8%, while the number of courses in hospitality and tourism and design will not be increased. But the root causes of all this and their effects remain.
像现在在应征的方面，已经都找不到本科系的人才了，都已经偏离主题太远了，
是指
都像如果我们现在可能应征到是餐饮的，是资料处理的，可是他要进到这一块进来，那他就会很辛苦。
Traditional industries have a shortage of workers, and those applying to fill the positions have studied food service and data processing. Employers find this a strange situation. Scholars say avoiding the problem of students not using the skills they have learned will require a look at industrial policy over the next 5 to 10 years, and a look at how schools move to meet the needs of these policies. The government will also have to work with schools to develop the talent it needs and come up with a long-term plan.
Besides the skills they learn at school, some schools also ask students to get at least one Class C technical certification before graduation. But many students say it's hard to get a job without a college degree, so going to university is a choice they have to make. According to the statistics, 90% of vocational high school graduates chose to go on to university.
After a short break, 17-year-old Lin Xuanyou is back at his post operating a machine.
学校跟这边学的都是不一样的东西，因为他们是车床，这边需要打程式程式每个都不一样，所以有些就要问领班那些的，不然打错就做错了。
Every 3 months, students in this cooperative learning program go to work at a participating company where they get to know the latest CNC electrical discharge machines. They're under a lot of pressure, but when they have questions, they can ask skilled workers and foremen for help.
对于我们最大的一个优点就是说，其实这么多年来，他帮我们培养了，就是他可以认同我们公司的文化的这样子的一个同仁。
原本我不太会跟别人讲话，对，就是很内向的那一种，对，然后可是来这边就变得比较开放一点。
明年毕业有什么打算？
可能留厂吧。
Students learn early how tough a job is and how to interact in the workplace. Meanwhile, companies can pick out workers they'll be able to use. Figures from the Ministry of Education show that after laws regulating cooperative learning programs took effect in 2013, more than 7,000 students enrolled in the school's first cooperative learning class the following year. That number went up slightly to 8,300 students last year.
愿意多开几个名额，这个部分没有问题啦。就是说政府能够去鼓励一件事情，就是我们过去以为是黑手的这个传统产业，它并不是我们想象的是黑手。
我们学校大概50%都是升学，那接近40%都是就业。
Every year, SDI Corp works with 10 students from Shoshui Vocational High School's Cooperative Learning Program. Around 6 of these students are willing to stay on after they graduate. There are also 3 industrial parks near the school. Over the past few years, 60 to 70% of students in Shoshui's Cooperative Learning and Applied Skills programs have gone straight into the workforce after graduation. That's a much higher rate than the 8.2% of vocational school graduates entering the workforce nationwide in 2013. By contrast, the number of vocational school graduates going on to university has grown from 10.71% in 1996 to 76.5% in 2007 and 86.6% in 2013.
大学还是会升上去，大学毕业之后再研究。为什么？至少大学的毕业证书是一张门票啦，算是进入职场的门票。你没有这张，跟人家比起来，你只有证照，或许人家有，你也有。 这样比起来你就差了一截。
With a university degree the basic requirement for a job, what's the value of technical certifications? Frankly, they're helpful for getting into a university.
国内大多数的高职，他的毕业学生平均大概接近可以拿到2张的证照。好，那通常是2张丙级。那一些比较表现比较好的学生，他在3年级可以拿到1张的乙级证照。好，那 拿到乙级证照的部分，它大部分来讲可以用来作为那个绩优保证，好，绩优保证可以有更好的一个机会可以保送进入这个科技大学。
Technical certifications demonstrate a student's achievements and let students find success. But teachers say that there is no way to measure material covered in technical exams against professional experience, and that technical certifications aren't a ticket straight to a job. Coming up with a solid professional education program won't be easy.
Good news for students. The cabinet has approved a plan to give savings accounts to young students. Beginning in the near future, they will give saving accounts to 5,000 students, with the government helping to save money. The accounts can yield up to 360,000 NT dollars after 3 years and can serve as a funding while students look for a job or apply for higher education.
Guo Peirong is helping her classmates practice washing hair at her school's career training classroom. Her technique shows that she has experience. That's because she's been working part-time at a hair salon after class since her first year in high school.
机织厂，然后另外也可以贴补家用啊。
With a dream for the future and hoping not to be a burden on her family, Peirong plans to start working right after she graduates next year. Since hearing about the government's pilot program for young job seekers, with its monthly stipend of 5,000 NT dollars from the Education and Labor Ministries and the chance to save up to 360,000 NT dollars over 3 years, Peirong and her classmates have decided they want to sign up.
以后你可以先存了，然后把钱就是存越来越多，你可以先去开个人工作室，然后就是不用再是大学就不用再去缴学贷。
The idea of the government helping you to save money sounds nice, but there are only 5,000 of these accounts, and to get one, students will have to go into one of 7 fields: manufacturing, agriculture, creative and cultural industries, mechanized industry, business and the Asian Silicon Valley Plan, or national defense and aerospace. The service sector doesn't make it onto this list.
这个计划的目的真的不是为了要去解决我们目前业界缺工的问题。我们针对应届高中职毕业生，假如你就是还没有，我到底要升学还是要就业？可能自己还在那边，我可能又觉得读书我不是很有兴趣，可是就业呢，我也不知道我要做什么。我们是针对这一群的学生，我们给他这样的一个机会。
In order to give students without a fixed direction a chance to explore careers, the cabinet has asked government agencies to come up with a list of quality careers without enough workers. The cabinet hopes to train workers that have skills and the chance of developing careers. At the same time, it hopes these students will help meet national development policy goals and help with plans to distribute development more evenly across Taiwan.
你要就业的，我们还是一样给你辅导就业啊。一方面你就业又有政府这一个补助款的话，对学生来讲也是获益良多了哈。
因为我本身不喜欢读书，还是因为不喜欢读书，对吧？
那不喜欢读书，为什么还是想要有产学专班？你可以单纯就去工作啊。
因为想要学历啊，学历蛮重要的。现在都是大学毕业嘛。
The government's pilot program may be worth trying out on a small scale. The Taiwan Alliance for the Advancement of Youth Rights and Welfare, which has long cultivated young people's job hunting skills, says that looking at figures from 2013, 14,306 vocational high school graduates didn't get a job or go on to university. After accounting for students who went to perform their mandatory military service or to take private lessons, there were 3,300 students, or 23.4% of the graduating class, that was unable to find jobs. These students are good matches for the government program, but if the government wants to use an apprenticeship system to reach its goals, the most important thing it will need to do will be to find young career guidance counselors.
比如说，这个师傅有没有这样的能力，可以专门好好的训练他，让他的技术真的能够纵深嘛？这是技职教育很重要的一个目标。师傅本身能不能出得来，而且是真的愿意花时间带这些学生。当他跟这个青少年产生了一些管理上的磨合的时候，谁来帮助师傅跟这个学生？
Can employers and master instructors understand the qualities of 18-year-old employees and their attitude towards finding work? Will young apprentices put up with master instructors' teaching methods? Ye Da-hua says that it will be up to career guidance counselors to help mediate between master and apprentice. Otherwise, apprentices who can't adapt will quit after a few months, and all the quality job opportunities and money in the world won't make a difference.